Okay, let's see. Now, I think that where I left off was putting more piping so that I can copy this group of piping and group of fixtures to the second level. So let's go to second level, make sure that nothing's there, right? So we are going to, so let's do so it's hot water. We have here, and our hot water is always on the left side, usually, right? And the cold water is on the right side, usually. So I'm gonna, I think I'm gonna change this to 3/4 inch, but no, you know what? I'm gonna leave it at a half. Doesn't matter. It's just routing stuff. It's just routing stuff. You can change it to whatever. Usually it's 1/2 and then the 3/4 inch. But I'm gonna leave it there. Make sure there's no sloping on my water piping. So that's gonna always, since I'm using hot water and cold water or water systems, the slope is gonna be 0. PVC pipe is good. So the system type is good. Hot water. So we can come up, say here, and the hot water is going to go up in the ceiling at 10 foot 8 inches. Okay. So I'm going to go up in the ceiling, leave enough room for the cold water also. But the cold water is going to be at a different elevation. So we go here, and now we can get the cold water. Okay, so here, piping, 1/2 inch. We don't care. PVC, domestic cold water, and we can go here first because the middle elevation off of the fixture is 2 foot, right? So we go here, make sure we're not interfering with any type of pipe or fitting or whatever's down here, right? So if you see something like that, that's an interference. So I would not bring the pipe up here, right? That anymore, that's an interference. If you see the blue highlighting, that to me is an interference. So somewhere down here, I would click and then make sure that everything's good, and now change the offset, which is a different elevation. So we're gonna make the cold water 10 foot 6, okay, coming up into the ceiling. And we're gonna run it about right here over, okay, and make sure that we have our fixture units are being counted, because that's always important in piping, plumbing. Fixture units 0.75. Fixture units for the cold water 0.75. Okay, so with this we can do the same thing. If we are going to pipe this up, just because, so and give us enough room, I'm gonna keep all of this at well, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna keep both these systems at a 1/2 inch. Okay, just because. So we can look at okay, now so we can look at these drawings and see how easy it is to keep in mind, what's going on, right? This can change, of course. It can change to whatever it is, but because there's a fitting back here of a 1/2 inch, it's better to change it at something small, but I'm going to leave it at that. And just to keep an account of what's going on, so you can come off of your plumbing fixture, right, and then change change it, you can go down here. You can scroll up and down or whatever. But I like to type it in 10, 8, right? 10 space 8 will get you there. These they look like that they're okay. But let's just take a look and see. I'm going to just keep that one here. Come over, because it's the same system, I'm going to continue and be consistent with my systems and come out at that level, come up in the wall at that level, and then change it to a offset in the ceiling here. Okay, and do the same for cold water. The only reason I'm doing it like this is so that you can see how once you understand and get a feel of what it is that you're doing, it's kind of easy, to see how these things can work out. Okay, so this is my last cold water, and go here. Okay, I usually check, but 10, 6, right? And we go up here. And now let's check our fitting. Make sure that we are using the correct fitting. Now, is that a bin? I think I want the bin with no ticks. Okay, bin with no ticks, yeah. Okay, so you see, let me go over this. I'm gonna do a bin with this is a bin with ticks. Okay, so I'm gonna say I'm gonna cancel this, and use a bin with ticks. Okay, which is this bin and that bin. And let's go to our first floor water. Okay, so you have to have that. This is a plot view, and you have to have water. Okay, so let's look at now. A lot of times in CAD drawings, we don't use this type of stuff. Which is the reason why I don't like these ticks. Okay, so which is the reason why when we go to our properties of that particular system, right? And we want the routing or the pipe that we want to route, how the pipe is being routed. What pipe type do we use? Do we use a bin, or do we use a bin, or do we use junction? What type, right? So this bin comes from Autodesk, or it comes from Revit, but you can create them without a tick mark, but you have to look at the information. So anyway, this bin that I'm using is not a download from any service. It's just something that can be made, and it's not Dynamo either. It's just something that can be made. Just look at it. So anyway, I'm just saying that I would rather have no ticks. If you are struggling with tick marks, and you know that, well, they used to didn't do it like this in AutoCAD, or it depends on the manager, or if somebody says, well, we like ticks, then you at least have an option. Sometimes ticks are good if you're having a long pipe and you want to just show that, well, what is this, or but I've never had a good use for them, and primarily because of doing AutoCAD, that we just never used them. And because we have Revit now, we can use tick marks. Well, you have an option, I mean, I don't know why it defaults to tick marks. I guess it's because of because, I mean, that's just how the program works. But you can change them to have your fittings to not have ticks. You just have to look into the program and figure it out. Just figure it out. It's cool. So I'm going to change this to no ticks. Okay. And no ticks, no ticks, no ticks. And do this. So the next time, if I was to, let's change this. Or what we can do, since I'm here, we can highlight this guy and say, I don't like the ticks, right? I don't want this one, I want this one. So we change it out, right? So there's no ticks in here anymore. And it looks like it does in our familiar AutoCAD. Yeah, baby. Okay, so now that I have those, and then this T, I think the T is gonna be no ticks, right? I think so. The T fitting, junction, T cross, the junction is no ticks, so that's cool. Cancel. And so when we modify a multi-purpose, okay, go here, okay, here, and we do the same thing for cold water, go here and here. So it looks good, I mean, it's kind of what, I mean, and then you can, after, with this being the plot file, right? So you can annotate it by category. It's not a text. This is text, right? You see that difference? Text is this, text, right? Doesn't have anything to do with anything. I mean, it does, but it is not a tag, which is a tag is something that will identify something. Well, no, here. Here. A tag attaches a tag to an element based on the element category. So what is this element's category? Okay, so this element is a what category? Well, I know that category can be, if I look at this family, right? If I look at this family and go up here, right, this family can be a category. So the pipe fitting based on a category. There's no pipe. There's a fitting category. So let's go back. Okay. Anyway, you know what? I'm gonna attaches a tag to an element based on the element category. Okay, so I said that is that because it's a tag, and I know that a tag can differentiate between one system and it can between one system and another. Cold water, hot water. So a text adds text annotation notes to the current view. It just adds it. Text notes automatically scale with the view. Okay, that's if I scale it down here, right? That's if I change the scale, right? And what else is it saying? Come on. If you change the view scale, the text automatically resizes. Wonderful. So these tags attaches a tag to an element based on the element category. So what's the category of a pipe? Anyway, you can do that. So that's another subject, I guess, which you know, I mean, you have to do a lot of research trying to figure Really? Category, and then you go to the categories and there's no pipe. So what does that mean? Anyway, so that's the hot water and cold water. Let's go back to the first floor and look at that, and we can say that we can kind of close these guys, I mean, just in case they have to hang it. I guess they do that kind of thing. Let's see, what else have I got here? I know that I'm gonna need some hot water return, and that's this yellow pipe here. Okay, so I can hook my hot water return pipe, right? I can say here, draw similar, and say from here, and go over. Now let's test it. That's a 1/2 inch here and 3/4 inch. So usually this pipe, let's change it. I'm gonna make this the same pipe. I'm not gonna get into a whole lot of design work. So that's 1/2 inch, right? But it comes off of the hot water pipe. You can, if you want to. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but sometimes it works like that. Sometimes you feel like a nut, and sometimes you don't, Well, how does it go? Almond Joy has nuts, Mounds don't. Okay, so you see what happened? It's at a different elevation. So let me go back, and change the elevation to what? That's the 10-foot. 10, right? Do I want to do that? No, because I'm gonna mess up my. The fixture units of the hot water, right? If I connect it in here with that different system, what is that system, right? That system is a hot water return. This system is a hot water system, right? And it has 0.75 fixture units, right? And if I hook anything up to it, guess what happens? Boom, boom. How many? Well, I know that this might have to be closed or blah 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 blah. But anyway, let me go back. It's gonna somehow. Anyway, let me go back. So the fixtures have to have also a node on it. This is a hot water return, okay, and it's gonna go up 10-foot 10. Right now it's okay. That's a hot water return that's coming off of the fixture. Okay, don't put it on the pipe. I know it goes on the pipe in real life. But this is not real. None of this is real. None of it. It's all fake, guys. It's all fake. Okay, so anyway, let me come back to reality. So that is hot water return, and then I go up 10 foot 10 inches in the ceiling to connect to my hot water return, right? Because we have to have that going back to the pump. Okay, and everybody's happy. There's fixture units coming out of the hot water. Where is it? What else? Do I have fixture units? Let me close this guy up. In other words, do I have fixture units coming out of the... Do I need fixture units? I don't think I need fixture units for the hot water return. No, I don't need fixture units. But you usually have to keep it the velocity, like at, I don't know, 2, maybe 3 feet per second. All right, just keep it under the. Just do what the engineer says. Okay. And so we got hot water return, hot water, cold water, vent piping, and we have, last but not least, sanitary sewage. Right? Those how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 systems. Okay? That'll get us nice and clean. Yeah, that'll get us nice and clean coming out of the bathroom. Okay. So I think that's the basics, right? So I think that I'm going to stop here so that the next time we can maybe copy everything up to the second floor, or wait until, or maybe copy on the first floor from this group of elements to this side of the restroom, because this is the men's side, this is the women's side. Or is it? I can't have it like this, can I? Why is this like this? I guess I need to change something. Got urinals on this. So okay, this is the women's side, this is the men, this is the guy's side. Where am I? Man, oh man, let me copy. Men, home. Okay, I'm just copying this. Men's room. Okay, so I'll talk to you guys later.